Geppetto lived alone with clocks that sang on the hour and a cat who batted at sawdust. One winter night, he carved a puppet with a curious smile and named him Pinocchio. That same night, when the town slept and the sea pressed its ear to the quay, a blue fairy crossed the window's frost and touched the puppet's brow. Joints loosened, eyes brightened. "Be brave, truthful, and unselfish," she said. "Prove yourself worthy, and you may become a real boy." A cricket with a polished voice offered to be his conscience. Pinocchio promised, eagerly, vaguely, the way a new flame promises to keep. Morning brought sunlight and temptation. On the school road, a fox in a torn opera coat blocked his path. "Books are slow," purred the fox. "Fame is quick. Why not sing on stage?" Pinocchio followed the bright curtain instead of the dull primer. Applause thundered, coins flashed. Then the puppet master snapped a cage shut. Freedom cost truth. When the blue fairy asked what had happened, Pinocchio lied to save face. The lie grew visible. His nose lengthened, bumping shelves, announcing his shame. Only a confession trimmed it back to size. He promised to do better and almost meant it, but a coach rattled up with boys shouting in the straw. "Pleasure Island," cried the driver. "No rules, no chores, all fun." The island delivered. Breakage, smoke, cruel jokes, a celebration of consequence-free mischief. By lantern light, the fun soured. Boys sprouted ears, voices cracked into brays, hands hardened into hooves. When Pinocchio touched his head and felt the soft point of a new ear, he understood too late that some parties are traps with music. He fled the island half-changed and learned his father had gone searching for him across a storm-dark sea. Each wave felt like blame. Out beyond the shoals rose a shadow with a throat like a tunnel. Monstro, the whale. Geppetto's boat and lantern had vanished within. For the first time, the choice was clean. Pinocchio tied a stone to his waist and dove. Inside was night, ribs like a falling cathedral, and Geppetto, tired but alive. They embraced, and in the dark, Pinocchio's promise finally found weight. He built a fire from broken crates. Smoke thickened. The whale heaved and sneezed. Sea roared in. Pinocchio pushed his father toward the light and swam beside him, lungs burning, little legs kicking past terror. In the final surge, he held Geppetto up with both arms while the current tried to trade them for driftwood. They washed ashore among kelp and gull cries. Geppetto stirred. The puppet lay quiet, wood-sodden, face turned to the gray sky. The blue fairy's voice arrived on the wind, not as a prize but as recognition. Brave, truthful, unselfish. The wooden chest rose, a heartbeat entered, joints softened into living knees. When Pinocchio opened his eyes, he was not lighter, he was heavier with responsibility, and glad of it. After that, the clock still sang, and the cat still chased dust, but the mornings were different. Pinocchio swept before he played. He told the whole truth even when it stung. He thanked the cricket, who no longer had to shout. He visited school, then Geppetto's bench, balancing tool and lesson. The world kept offering shortcuts. He kept choosing the road that led home by evening. People like to say the blue fairy made him real. She opened the door. Pinocchio walked through it. Because becoming real is not magic you receive. It is honesty kept, promises carried, and courage spent for someone else, until a heart learns the weight and joy of being true.